Good. How are you? What's your name? Kelly. Okay, Kelly. What has come against you that you want to get rid of today? Okay.
Oh, sorry. Rejection and loneliness, which leads to like isolation and just sadness, depression.
Okay. Is this something that you felt today?
It pretty much just like had been an ongoing last couple of years, yeah.
Okay. Is this something that you felt most of your life or just the last couple of years?
Most of my life has been increased like since I moved away from like my church and my friends and moved back to the area.
Yeah.
So it's totally ramped up a notch.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, let's go after this.
All right, sounds good. Bring it on.
I like this lady. Oh, yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
So how is loneliness and rejection and isolation and all those things, how does it affect you? What does it do to you?
I would say like before, like I had a really strong support system. And so now that I've like moved, I've left behind a lot of my friends that I could pray with, that I could bring, we could do like what we're doing here, like, you know, doing sozos and stuff like that. And then now that I've moved back down to the Bay Area, they don't get it. They're like, you're too deep for us. And so you just feel like, do I have to call Washington every time I have I prayed and Jesus is like, okay, you need to pray with someone else.
Yeah. How does that make you feel about yourself?
Sometimes it makes me feel sometimes it actually makes me feel prideful. Because you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm one step above where they can go. But then at the same time, you feel lonely because there's nobody there that understands. Like once you've seen it, you're like, I can't go back.
Yeah.
And so you can't go back. And so it's like, okay, you can't help me. You can to a point, but we need to go deeper.
Yeah. So this thing has really tried to come against you in this season of your life.
Correct.
It's tried to keep you from moving into what God had for you when you moved up here.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is another thing that you recognize, but even just the isolation and the loneliness, already I have a key that the opposite is true of Kelly. That she's meant for incredible relationships and depth and connection. And so the enemy's trying to counter with the loneliness and the isolation and the rejection. And it's trying to get her to just give up or, whatever it would be speaking to her.
Right.
So, okay, let's go ahead and pray then.
Yeah, let's go.
So in the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
I nail to the cross.
I nail to the cross.
The spirit of rejection.
The spirit of rejection.
The spirit of loneliness.
The spirit of loneliness.
The spirit of isolation.
The spirit of isolation.
And the lie that I don't belong.
And the lie that I don't belong.
Father, this has been hounding me.
Father, this has been hounding me.
It's been trying to interpret my world.
It's been trying to interpret my world.
And it's left me feeling like there's nobody there for me.
And it's left me feeling like there's nobody there for me.
And it's just reinstated that whole thing of isolation and loneliness.
And it's just reinstated that whole thing of isolation and loneliness.
It's trying to lie to me.
It's trying to lie to me.
And tell me that I'm not going to have a significant community around me.
And tell me that I'm not going to have a significant community around me.
So in the name of Jesus.
So in the name of Jesus.
I break all agreements I've made with these things.
I break all agreements I've made with these things.
Isolation.
Isolation.
Loneliness.
Loneliness.
Rejection.
Rejection.
And Lord, there's even been hopelessness that has come to me.
Yeah. And Lord, there's even been hopelessness that has come to me.
I nail that to the cross.
I nail that to the cross to you.
And I break all agreements I've made with hopelessness.
I break all agreements I've made with hopelessness.
And I also nail to the cross the lie that there's something wrong with me.
And I also nail to the cross the lie that there's something wrong with me.
I break all agreements I've made with this, known or unknown.
I break all agreements I've made with this, known or unknown.
I turn away from joining with these lies.
I turn away from joining with these lies.
And these spirits.
And these spirits.
I will not listen to you any longer.
I will not listen to you any longer.
Father,
would
you send this away from me now?
Would you send this away from me now?
And what is the truth you want to tell me? Go ahead.
Yeah. Just that you were made for joy, and you are an overcomer, and you just have an enthusiastic spirit that's contagious, and that the world is just, they love it, but you don't see it all the time because you're blinded by your circumstances and what the enemy tries to tell you.
Yeah. We seal that rhema word in your heart. You know, come and stand right here in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
We only have a second to do this.